Alright, hello everybody. This is a very, very long overdue update video for the Voyager update. I am, well, less proud than I'd like to be to say that the Voyager update is finally releasing. Unfortunately, the current build is a little scuffed. I made the foolish mistake of promising a release date, so hopefully I've ironed out as much of the jank as possible. I spent a ton of time bug fixing, but unfortunately I had much less time to work on it today than I was expecting. So this video is more than anything going to be a quick tutorial on how to utilize the new content and generally work with some of the new tweaks to the game. First off, obviously, the ship selection. You pick which ship you want. It's pretty basic. So I'm also going to list off a good few known bugs. So first off, on Windows, the hotkey prompts at the bottom of your screen and in a few other locations are incorrect because of a weird incompatibility with how macOS and Windows handle physical key codes. This is a bug that I cannot fix right now as I don't have access to a Windows machine, so that will hopefully be fixed sooner rather than later. Another bug that I've been aware of and still to this day can't figure out how to patch is the fabricator will not let you properly click on the screen if you use it when you're too close to it. So I'd suggest standing about this far away in order to get more effective usage out of it. Finally, this thing, if when you eject a cartridge, will erase it. I believe this is due to similar issues that caused the game-breaking bugs in my previous game with some very, very unusual dependency issues related to nulling an existing dependency. So I'll probably release a hotfix tomorrow, maybe, if I can figure out how to fix it. I've tried everything I possibly can, but I have no idea what's wrong with it right now, so, lol. Anyways, so, the cockpit of the Voyager, the new ship, and the startup sequence is fairly similar to the AC-220. Battery, tie, turn on the LANR, start core heating, activate the RCM, pressurize all three tanks, wait for them to pressurize up to around 28%, then hit validate reactant, infuse allow on the LANR. Next, turn on the MTS, validate the propellant, inject the propellant, activate the helicon coupler, and probably the thrust deflector. If you don't have that on, you won't get any turning power from the thrusters. Wait for the EM shield to get high enough and pop on the superconductor. And if you want extra power, and only if you want extra power, turn on the ICH coupler. Keeping this on all the time is going to result in you kind of flying off into space, so I wouldn't suggest it. Next, let's turn on the NAS, turn on the autopilot, and activate whole angular. From here, you can also use the TMS, though as of now the TMS is bugged, and to be honest, I have no idea how to fix it. It's going to receive a full rework probably in the next update. I really don't know, man. This thing is the bane of my existence. I'm considering removing it temporarily. But if you want, you can use it. So if we hop on down to the planet over here, start flying, and I'm going to toggle the landing gear and open the blast doors, turn on the exterior floodlights, and turn off the interior lighting, except for the cockpit light. And then we can toggle docking view to see what's below the ship, which will allow us a better view point when docking the ground and undocking the ground. Also, something I did nearly tripled or quadrupled my FPS. I think it was disabling jolt physics, so yeah, I'm not complaining. Anyways, once that goes red, that means you're in the atmosphere, and I would suggest turning on these air-breathing engines really quickly. Hit the ABE power system, toggle these two and these two, wait for them to go blue, and then flip these two switches. You'll hear the engine spin up, and these will give you a significant boost to thrust power in the atmosphere. Now if we lower down to the ground, I'm going to show you real quick how to undock the ground. So if we touch the ground, notice the undock ground button is red. That means we cannot undock it because the ground will, just not work. By the way, if you can't take off, I would suggest turning on the ICH coupler and the air-breathing engines. And if you want even more power of the air-breathing engines, turn off the thrust vectoring plates, which won't give you the rotation speed boost, but it'll give you a more powerful linear speed boost. Never mind then, it does the opposite. I will have to fix that before this releases. So if we slowly bring our way up, you'll notice undock ground is now not red. So if we hit that button, you'll have that little thing pop up that'll give you an idea of how long till it undocks. And now it's undocking. If we view the docking view, we can see the ground pop right out. And stick the landing. Perfect. Alright, wonderful. Now let's turn off docking view and settle this thing down real quick. I'm going to ignore turning off all the engines. You probably should, considering that now they actually take fuel. And if we hop out in that little corner, the ship's invisible. That's a side effect of some rendering things. I'll fix that. We can now go over to the ground. There's something wrong with the scaling here. Oh, fuck. You know what? I'm actually just not going to fix that right now. It looks really funny. And it drives just fine, so hey, I don't care. I apologize if this seems a little low quality. I really don't want to seem like generic AAA game dev number 2487, but I'm very tired and I have very little time to do these things. So, yeah, there's our very scuffed looking Grand. As I don't know what happened to the model, but I'm going to have to figure out how to fix it. Anyways, now that that's done, a few other quick things to note. We have a notepad and a console. So I'm going to type in TP ship here. Come back inside. If we head back all the way back here, pick up the terrain scanner and a terrain data cartridge, we can head back out and then equip the terrain data scanner, point it at the ground, and start collecting samples. So once that circle fills up, we'll get a full terrain data cartridge. And normally, in order to get back in the ship, you just kind of hop towards here. Let me actually fix the thing being invisible real quick. It was hidden due to, so yeah, you see up here, I can't jump for some reason. Oh god, fucking damn it. Alrighty. But yeah, if you can't get back into the ship, you may have to go into here and type in TP ship. I don't know why I can't jump. Now I can. That's a wonderful bug. I'm very tired and not in the mood to go through and fix this right now. And now we have this full terrain data cartridge. If we go to the back, flip on the terrain analyzer terminal, drop this on the ground, and once that thing is done booting, yeet that into that slot, read the sample. Once that's done reading, you will get some fun lore, flavor text, and whatever else on this panel right over here. No spoilers. And we're going to hit save sample to save it to this thing. And once it's saved, hit erase cartridge and confirm by hitting erase cartridge again. Now it's erased. We can take this back out and use it again. Finally, we can hit load saved blocks. And this will load the first block saved into the terminal. You can hit next block to switch to the next block, and yeah, let's turn back off the terminal. So, same as always, right click to interact with things that have a highlight, at least generally. And other things, you use F to interact when you're in proximity. For this thing, the fabricator, you'll need the crafting materials, which are, that's a weird bug, whatever, which will be in your stowages or found in the world. I think I removed all the crafting boxes, so I will re-add them, but there is one in the basement of the Voyager. If you want to redock the Grand, simply hover the Voyager above it. If I just do that real quick. Let's activate docking view, pull up very slowly. It is not easy to do this. So we see the Grand right there. We align the crosshair, slowly drop down. Slowly, 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 until it disappears. And now we can see the Grand docking into the bay. When you undock the Gron, there's a 10-second countdown to when it undocks, and you can pop these doors open by hitting this button in order to, and then click this button on the side of the Gron in here in order to hop inside. It might be a little tough. I don't even know if it's truly possible, but if you want to increase your jump height, there's a console command for that. So I'll increase the player jump height before I release. So yeah, that's generally all you need to know. There's also, if you need to refill the fuel on the ship, simply find a fuel canister. They're blue, 3 blue spheres, or cylinders, and throw it into this thing. That'll refuel it. If you accidentally isolate any of the tanks, here are the flow isolation valves. Like, look, I know the only people who play this game are absolute fucking nerds. I'm sure you guys could figure it out. I'm extremely tired and very sweaty. There's no AC in here. So, yeah. One last thing, when you're in the space station, in order to sell loaded cartridges, there's a little fucking cube in front of the robot. You can right-click that to sell them. I really did not have time to implement most of this stuff, so I'd like to sincerely apologize for the scuff released and promise it won't happen again. I think what happened was every time I got close to releasing the update, I went and added something new, like the terrain terminal and all the terrain stuff, the updated, whatever it's called, fucking the complete rework to the TMS and all the other systems. Like, these were a bunch of unnecessary features that shouldn't have been in this update and probably should have been in a different one. So next time I will handle things better and try and space out features a little more. So yeah, that's about it. You can find the download link in the description, and probably in the pinned comment as well. There'll be a Mac OS and a Windows release. You can run this game in Wine. For Windows users, the hotkeys, as I mentioned, are broken, and there may also be a little bit of other jank, but generally it should work perfectly fine. And yeah, so that's the game, I guess. This update's a bit of a mess, but frankly, so am I, and it's been a bit of a hard week, so at least for getting stuff done. So I will see you guys later. I will definitely be releasing hotfixes and patches over the following week or so, trying to fix this up as much as I can. So thank you so much for your patience and like being willing to put up with my terrible schedule, quality control, and well, everything else. I love you guys. You guys are the best. And thanks for watching. Have fun.